How to do less and have everything you've ever wanted. If hard work alone gave you everything you've ever wanted, then everyone working 12 hours a day would be a millionaire. If effort alone created success, then the most exhausted people on earth would be the happiest. But look around. There are people grinding non-stop who still feel behind, and there are people moving calmly, almost effortlessly, who somehow have everything they want. So what's the difference? What is the one thing that separates people who have everything they want from people who just work hard and don't get what they want? It's not luck, not talent, it's not even opportunity, it's this: they live in the mental world first. Most people are trying to build a physical life without building it mentally, and that's why they keep doing more and receiving less. Let me explain. You can work 18 hours a day, you can hustle, you can sacrifice, you can chase, but if in your mind you are still the version of you who doesn't have it, you will always experience lack. No matter what you do in the physical world, if you are not in your mind what you want to be, you will always feel like you don't have it, because the physical world follows the mental world, always. Think about this: two people start a business, one is mentally already successful. They see themselves as capable. They feel worthy of wealth. They expect growth. Even when things go wrong, their identity doesn't collapse. The other works just as hard, maybe harder, but deep down believes, people like me don't really win. They fear losing. They doubt themselves. They feel behind, same effort, different mental world, different results. Here's the truth nobody explains clearly: your life is not responding to what you do, it's responding to who you are being. Doing less doesn't mean laziness, it means less forced action from lack. Because when you mentally have something, your actions become aligned instead of desperate. When you mentally are wealthy, you don't chase money, you make decisions like someone who already has it. When you mentally are loved, you don't beg for attention, you move with calm confidence. When you mentally are successful, you don't panic, you execute. That's the shift. The mental world must have it first before the physical world can reflect it. Most people are trying to use physical action to convince themselves they're worthy. But the people who have everything they want, they convince themselves first, and then the physical followed. Let's go deeper. If you constantly check your bank account feeling stress, if you constantly check your phone wondering why no one texted, if you constantly measure your progress thinking you're behind, you're reinforcing a mental identity of lack, and from lack, you take frantic action. Frantic action leads to inconsistent results, but when you internally shift, when in your mind you already see yourself living in abundance, your nervous system calms down, you stop chasing, you start choosing, and suddenly, you're doing less, but getting more, because your actions are coming from certainty, not fear. The physical world is slow, the mental world is instant. If you don't claim it mentally, you'll always feel like you're waiting for permission physically. So how do you do less and have everything you've ever wanted? You build it mentally first, you become the version of you who already has it, you think from it, you decide from it, you move from it, and then, whatever action is required will feel natural, not forced. It won't feel like grinding, it will feel like alignment. That's why some people work half as much but achieve twice as much. They're not carrying internal resistance, they're not fighting themselves. They already live in the mental reality of having. Now here's the secret most people miss: you don't visualize for 5 minutes and then go back to doubting. You don't affirm for 10 minutes and then complain for 10 hours, you shift identity, you hold the mental state, you return to it every time your mind drifts, because the mental world is the blueprint, and the physical world is just construction. If the blueprint says lack, the building will reflect lack. If the blueprint says abundance, the building will reflect abundance. So here's what I want you to ask yourself right now. Are you trying to build your dream life with a blueprint of doubt, or are you living mentally as the version who already has everything? That's the real work. Not more hours, not more stress, not more hustle, but a different internal world. And when that internal world shifts, the external rearranges. If this clicked for you, comment mental first below, because the moment you understand that the mental world must have it before the physical world can show it, is the moment everything changes. And the crazy part, you'll realize you never needed to do more, you just needed to be more, mentally first.